Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you come into the live, guys, don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel, but also supporting other channels that talk about Married at First Sight and reality TV. If you're new to the channel, we just have fun here, fun shade, fun conversation. This will be, because it's such a long show, and thank God for Sling TV. I finally found a platform where I could watch the show and fast forward through the day. There really are a lot of commercials, because the amount of fast forwarding that I was doing. Look, I get they have to pay their bills. I do too, but damn it, that's a lot of commercials. This has not been the greatest of seasons. We even took a week off. That's how bad it was. But it is what it is. We are almost done. Next week is the season finale. So we have a lot to unpack this week. You will have an opportunity to call in and share your thoughts on everyone. As you can see, I put these guys up first. They were hey, Wendy. Just a reminder, guys, if you missed it, don't forget, here on the channel, you don't just get reality TV conversation. We talk about everything in pop culture, including we have an update on Wendy Williams. So if you haven't checked out our latest video about Wendy and her comeback, be sure to check that out. Save it for later for you to watch it, and let me know your thoughts in the comments section. But here I am. We are live on multiple platforms, including my TikTok. Keep on tapping your screens. We're live on TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter, TheKempire. And of course, we are live on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where we are celebrating over 111,000 subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, you're missing out. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate your support. That way you won't miss out on the daily and consistent content that you're getting here. KA says, hey, Wendy, how you doing? Be sure to check that out. Yeah, Sister the Move. Wendy looks so vibrant. She does. Be sure to check out the video in regards to the comeback. I think this is all publicity setting us up for her comeback. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. Okay. And I also updated you on some Real Housewives of Potomac news and some Real Housewives of Atlanta news. There was a lot of news that came out from reality TV the last 24 hours. So be sure to check that out. Enough of that. Oh, I hit my mic and I hit my nail. I'm good. I'm like Beyonce. Beyonce falls off those steps and she gets right back up. All right, I'm being dramatic. Let's talk about Married at First Sight, though. We talked about Real Housewives of Orange County earlier today, but we talked about how terrible that season was. At least this week's episode of Married at First Sight wasn't as bad. They're on the retreat. Usually the retreat is a lot more entertaining to watch. This was a little bit more entertaining. We will get to the most problematic couples last. We'll start with the least problematic. And no, it's not who you think. It's not who you think. We got to talk about Olajuwon and Katina. Someone said this last week, and I'm seeing a lot of comments in the comment section and on Twitter about Katina and how different she is from when we were first introduced to her. She was definitely a lot more lively and bubbly, and it just seems like Katina is gone. And it's sad to watch. It's sad to see. However, this week, we've been ripping Olajuwon apart, Isaac apart, what you guys love to call him Isaac. But I do feel like the conversation that he was trying to have with Katina this week about their future, their financial future, his financial, what he's done to set himself up the way that he is, those are conversations that a lot of couples do not have. And that's why they end up being divorced. So I don't defend Olajuwon and his very controlling and manipulative behavior over the last few weeks. However, the conversation about money and the future and children, these are conversations that people get married and they don't have. So in this experiment, to me, Olajuwon is bringing up something that they should be talking about. And a lot of the times, sometimes I look at Katina and this is the music that plays behind her. I'm like, he brought up a valid point. Okay, you're going to finish school in 2 years and you want to have babies in 2 years. It's not impossible, but does it make logistical sense? Financial sense? Kids are expensive. Kids are a big responsibility. It's not impossible, but now you can have that conversation with your partner, because your partner might be like, girl, I want to travel. And when he said he wanted to travel and he wanted to do multiple trips, I said, Olajuwon, just say when. Just say when. Having kids and traveling, it's not impossible, but if you want to be traveling multiple times a year, multiple times a month, it's almost impossible. Marva says, hold on. Marva says, it's his tone though, Kempire. Look, I'm not defending Isaac this week, but I am defending the fact that there are a lot of couples that get married and don't have conversations about money, conversations about the future, conversations about children. He's very controlling. He's very manipulative, but I have to defend him this week in regards to this conversation, because Katina does give me a little bit of like, ah. And as Tauruses, I still don't know. I still haven't confirmed. Have we seen a birth certificate for Olajuwon? But as Tauruses, shout out to my fellow Tauruses. It's about to be Taurus season. Aries, mosey on over. It's about to be Taurus season. We think like this. Let me see what you guys are saying first. All right. Yeah, T says it's how he says it. Yes, I agree. His delivery is terrible. His delivery is terrible. And I hate the fact that I feel like she shrinks. And she continues to shrink week after week. She's not the same girl that we knew, a woman that we knew from the beginning. But like I said, I understand what everyone's saying. It's his tone. It's the way he says things. I do see him trying to learn how to change up his tone with her a little bit, just a little bit. I do see him trying to change up his tone just a little bit. Even in this conversation, because he's like, I don't want you to think that I'm telling you, I forgot what exactly she had said. Mocha says, live a little before you have kids. They be tied down, then be tied down with kids. I agree. And it seems as if Olajuwon has really planned out his life. He says he's done all these things the last 5 years so that he wouldn't have to do certain things. And he feels as if she hasn't. So he's like, you're trying to play catch up right now, which, look, you might not like what he's saying, but we don't know those personal conversations. We don't know her finances and what he's referring to. Doll Baby says she tries so hard to defend herself and live up to his expectations with him. Yeah, and that's uncomfortable too, because it seems as if she's trying to be something that she isn't necessarily for him. And it seems as if every single week it's a coming across to us that he's controlling her, but she's also not setting boundaries. We could talk about Olajuwon all day and saying how controlling and manipulative he is. However, she's still her own person. She still can say, no, that's not what I want. And I'm scared that she's going to say yes on decision day. However, this week, I kind of looked at Olajuwon and I was like, I feel like he's going to say no on decision day. I feel like he's going to say no on decision day. Tyra says, Kempire, yes, it's his tone, but Katina really needs to grow up. These are important conversations. Tyra, did you just come in? I literally said the same thing. It's his tone, but a lot of couples don't talk about finances. They don't talk about children before getting married. And then they're married and they're having these conversations and then they get divorced. Shaniqua said, they are together and both said yes. Why are you coming in here with spoilers? I mean, I can see them saying yes, but I don't see them lasting. I just don't like what I'm seeing in Katina. She's changed. She's changed drastically from the first episode to where we are now. I feel like her voice is gone. And of course, she's going to say yes on decision day. But when you get out of this experiment, you're in your real life. That can't be good. Shaniqua says, sorry. It's okay, Shaniqua. I don't mind spoilers, but other people might. We don't know if it's true or not. We don't know what Shaniqua's talking about. It's all right, though. in my opinion, says all of them should say no on decision day. I feel the same. There's no couple in this cast that I feel, oh my gosh, I think that they have grown. They've come a long way. Speaking of coming a long way, let's talk about Jasmina and Michael. I don't care what anyone says. Look, I don't care what anyone says about this couple. We found out that Jasmine is a good liar this week when they played that game. And that's why I'm like, I don't believe that they're in a better place, because I feel like she's a good liar. So I'm looking at her like, are you just playing this up for the cameras? Because I feel as if she's checked out. I think Michael is checked in. The medium said that he loved you, love at first sight. I believe that. We didn't see what she said about her, though. I don't think it was love at first sight for her. I see them more as friends than an actual couple. And them saying, oh, well, you know, our Married at First Sight started, you know, this month. We weren't talking for a month last month. Y'all weren't talking at all. You were living with each other. Not to say that you can't talk, but still. I don't believe this relationship, but I do believe the medium. I think the medium, very much like the experts, see the potential of this relationship and this union. If they really delved into this experiment, this could work. And it could be the greatest love of their life. But Jasmina is too stubborn. Look, Mike may have lied. I have not forgotten about Mike and those two female roommates that he lied about. I didn't forget. But I feel as if he has shown so much growth and vulnerability over the last few weeks. Jasmine, I feel like her showing some vulnerabilities this last couple of episodes. I don't know what to believe. They all said that Jasmina would be the one that would be the good liar. Exactly. Cheryl, you got it right. Cheryl says Jasmina and Mikey are buddies. And she says she's not attracted to him. 2 months later, you're not attracted. You don't get any sort of like cuddly feelings. They're not touching that. I'm not telling them to have sex. I'm saying that they should be at least like affectionate. Them holding hands in this episode towards the end, when she got emotional about him opening up, I feel like she's just an emotional person when it comes to what he has gone through. I think if you know his story and you've been watching Michael's story, all of us get emotional. So her crying doesn't make me feel like, oh, she's in love with him. No, she has somewhat of a heart. Ooh, Doll Baby says she's going to say no and then regret it. That's what the medium said. The medium kind of said that. Gloria says she's a good liar. Damn. Danielle, hey Danielle. Danielle says I would like to know what she's dated in the past. Obviously, it hasn't worked for any of these people. It hasn't worked for any of these people, and they're on this show still stuck in their ways. Like, how do you come on this type of show and not be willing to really trust the process? Oh, I hear the rain, y'all. Anyone love the sound of the rain? Random. Anyone love the sound of the rain? Well, it's not random, because if you watch this week's episode of Married at First Sight, they were doing they were doing sound baths, they were going to mediums, all kinds of stuff that I love. They were in Vermont, they were out in the woods. I really love the fact that they've implemented the couples all hanging out together. I think it's a great support system for them, but it's also great TV. It's also great TV. Moon says, do they really do psychological profiles? That allegedly. Because I don't know how Alyssa, I'm such a good person, made it on the show. Where's my Alyssa picture? Damn it. I don't know how this one made it on the show. I'm such a good person. She better be at that reunion. If she is not at that reunion, I'm very upset. I know she's ready to go. Just saying. See, thank you, Marva. Marva says, I love the sound of the rain. I'm hearing it right now and I love it. I'm like, oh, sound of the rain. Hold on. Hey, Mocha. Mocha says, I've always wondered that. How do you go on these shows not doing the work? Exactly. At this point in your life, if you're willing to do this sort of social experiment, now I'm really questioning your intentions. I'm really questioning your intentions. And these experts should be able to examine what someone's intentions are. I would think. I know it's hard to determine, but if you're really doing extensive psychological tests on these people, why wouldn't you? I think that's a perfect segue to talk about Annoying. We're going to continue to call her annoying. This is the couple that really should be the ones in love finally. Okay? But last week, I really went in on Noi. I really hope they don't watch these reviews. This is not good for your mental health. It's not. Because you never know. Every week, one week, I'm loving one of them. Next week, I'm like, I can't stand them. But Noi this week is still annoying. However, I felt for her in a way. Because she was talking about, leaving her single life, leaving the studio that, she sort of, found herself and, she had moved over there, to be with someone else. And she has given up a lot to be with people in the past. But Noi, you decided to come on this show. So shouldn't you have been mentally prepared to be like, you know what, I'm all in? You would think. And I understand. And look, I'm not crazy. I understand that sometimes what you think versus the reality is very different. And now you're facing this. However, Noi, I think any one of us, male or female, based on what we've seen with Steve, and I know Steve is not perfect. Okay, he's still got those LED lights up in his apartment. We know he's not perfect, but he's damn near close. In comparison to the other men on this show, he's damn near close. He cooks, he cleans, he developed an app and sold it for thousands of dollars. He's not broke. I don't care he is not unemployed. He is an entrepreneur. Thank you so much, Shaniqua. Thank you so much. Gloria, thank you so much for the super chat. Gloria says they all need to break up and be done with it all. It's my birthday. Thank you for being like family, Kempire, and friends. Just love you all. Gloria, happy birthday. We have a lot of Aries that are in the chat all the time. I didn't realize we got a lot of Aries around here. I can deal with Aries. I'm very close with the Aries sign. Some of those other sides I can't. Rena, we're not shading it. It just we were caught off guard when we went to his house. He had LED lights everywhere. Tyra said he's a millionaire. I've said it from the beginning. I don't know if he's a millionaire because this week when he talked about, she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, but if they have 3 kids, that's not going to work. He's not a millionaire. He's not a millionaire, but he's far, exactly, Cheryl. It's like you were reading my mind. He's far from broke. And he cooks. You saw all the men, they were trying to cook. He was one who cooked. He cooks, he cleans. He's good. He's not bad on the eyes either. But I just realized how old he is. He's 38 years old. So there's a level of maturity there. Okay? He's lived, he's worked, but she's annoying. I get it. She doesn't want to leave her single life, but you came on this show. So how could you come on this show and then be like, once it's done, I don't know if I want to move right in with you. I understand maybe not giving up your apartment immediately because you're still like, but after spending these last couple of months, look, us spending these last couple of months with Steve, we're ready to move in with Steve, aren't we? Who's ready to move in with Steve? Look, T says she's a child. How old is Noi? She's like 29, right? Marvin says, please don't stay. I feel like Steve is going to say yes. This week, again, the big issue for Noi and Steve is social media. Steve does not ask for a lot when it comes to Noi. She asks for so much from him. She wants to know his financials. She wants him to cook, clean, deal with her temper tantrums, deal with the dog in the bed. And he's really look at all you, me, hands up. Oh no, not 33. She's 30. I was giving her some grace. She's grown. Look, she's grown. Noi, you continue to be annoying. And the fact that you can't give him any sort of open or grace in the whole social media thing, that's the one thing that he asked for from you, and you can't give it to him. Why do I always get so emphatic when I talk about Married at First Sight? Just when I think I'm giving up on the show, I get so emphatic when I talk about this show. Oh, wait a second. El Sigginson said it's a 9-year difference between Noy and Steve. So was I right? Because he's 38. Denise says, Kempire, Lindsey's crazy. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Shout out to all of you that are here. We have almost 300 people in the building. We're live on multiple platforms. TikTok, we appreciate you all being here and being part of the conversation as well. A lot of people are saying 33. Everyone's saying 33. And he's 38. So there's a 5-year difference. Rita says, it's a good show. I like the premise of Married at First Sight. I've watched past episodes during the pandemic. That's when I really got into Married at First Sight. This is my very first time watching it live and recapping it with you guys. And this season has been up and down. It's not my favorite season of all the seasons that I've seen, but all of you would take Steve Noy. Come on now. Why are you guys always trying to make me go do one of these shows? Someone called in trying to get me on a date. I like the premise of the show. I've joked about doing this. I don't think I am in the realm of, not that they're desperate. I mean, some of them are desperate for marriage. I'm not desperate to get married. I think I could find the one without the experts. I'm just saying. Oh. Gloria says, run, Steve. Last season was good. Last season was good. It was better than this season. It definitely was better than this season. Danielle says, I think we all would date Steve. He cooks, he cleans. Look, you see how I'm emphasizing? He cooks, he cleans. I mean, I don't mind cleaning. I'll be his sous chef. I'll clean up after you finish cooking. Data, what? I would be the hussy of the show. Why would I be the hussy? If I'm doing that type of show, I am ready for marriage, okay? Marvin says, no, not this show for you, Kempire. Exactly. Oh, not the Aussie experts are idiots. I need to watch, because it's currently airing on Lifetime right now, Married at First Sight Australia, so we're a little bit behind. Uh-oh. Alyssa says, Married at First Sight Australia is boring. This season, right? Because I've heard good things about past seasons of Australia. Is this season boring, people? Oof. Marva says he is stable and he is not broke. Nope. We're rooting for Steve, but I have a feeling Steve is going to say yes. You know how the producers like to edit things to make it seem like, oh, the couples are falling apart. She cries at the end of this episode. You know, she doesn't want to give up her life. Steve has been very patient with her, but the whole conversation of social media, she doesn't want him to bring it up in front of the group, which I don't mind. You know, I'm a very private person, especially when it comes to my relationship. Okay? When it comes to my relationship, I told you guys, by the time you guys know I'm married, I'm probably married a year. For all you know, I'm married now. No, I'm not. Oh, Mocha says, I'm not watching it because I'm waiting for you. Okay, I need to get into it. I have so many shows that you guys have me hitting me up and telling me, yes, The Ultimatum. I'm putting that on top priority. You guys have sent multiple messages, multiple and emails, which I don't mind. It lets me know. Okay. Data says we will watch if you recap. Damn it. All right. So I need to get into Married at First Sight Australia, but I need to watch The Ultimatum. I need to watch it. You all have been saying there have been mixed reactions about it, but so many of you are telling me to watch it. So I'm going to get into it. This is one who says, make sure you vet him before you get entangled. Kempire. Of course. Danielle says, Steve needs to find someone else from another season. Not another season. There's plenty of women watching the show that would probably snatch him up. I think he's going to say yes. Tyra says The Ultimatum is so good. When you guys say so good, it makes me wonder, like, is it so good because it's so bad? Alyssa says, we need to check out whoever want to date you. The Ultimatum is another dating show on, well, not date. I guess it's not a dating show. I guess it's a relationship show on Netflix. And a lot of you have been hitting me up to talk about it and to watch it. So I need to make some time this weekend to do that. Mocha says the Aussie Married at First Sight is the same thing every year. They all cheat. The good ones get hurt, and the experts allow idiots to stay on the show. It's a wreck, and I cringe. Messy, messy, messy. Why am I excited to watch it, though? Danielle, thank you for the super chat. Danielle says the ultimatum had me yelling at the screen. Is that a good one? Is that a good thing? Samara says background check Kempire always. You know I have my ways. Look, I don't think you need to necessarily do a background check if you are actively manifesting. You know, we talk about manifestation here. We talk about manifestation. If you're actively figuring out what works for you, what you want in your life, that is what you're going to attract. So speaking of that, let me just read this first. Omar says, I actually see where Noy is coming from. Okay. Don't attack him, ladies. we love differing opinions. He says when she's working from home and he's home all day with her, so it's like you need a break from the spouse. She doesn't get to see that. She doesn't get that. She doesn't get to see him 24/7. The ultimatum. What do you mean? The ultimatum. Marvin says, Kempire, I have cute dimples like you. I can see from your picture. Denise says we would need to screen anyone dating our Kempire. Uh-oh. This is why I keep everybody on the low, because you guys are going to grill. All right. Oh, really? Mocha says the Aussie weddings are beautiful, though. Yeah, because the American one, those weddings are cheap. Oh, okay. Omar says the ultimatum is so good. It's like the back in the day reality TV. You already got me. You already got me. All right. Let me see. Mocha says, oh, wait. Oh, the Aussie weddings make the U.S. weddings look like tacky Vegas drive-through weddings. All right, guys, I have homework to do. Maybe tonight I'll start watching The Ultimatum, and I'll try and also watch Married at First Sight Australia. Wow. All right, we're talking. If you just joined us, this is our weekly recap of Married at First Sight, the U.S. version. Apparently, that is going to take over. That Australia is going to take over this. Maybe we'll mix in Australia until the American version is done. Okay. Oh, the Aussie weddings are beautiful. Okay, I need to check this out. And they're messy. Everyone's cheating on everyone else. I don't recall anyone cheating in the I mean, I'm sure it's happened. I just can't. Oh no, there was someone that cheated, but it doesn't happen a lot. Apparently, you guys say this happens a lot. All right. Guys, we have over 300 people watching. Let's get to, where are we with the likes? Let's get to 150 likes. This is our Married at First Sight recap. I'm your boy, TheKempire, and this is the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, if you're watching on YouTube, and where you're getting daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. If you're part of the replay crew, how would you rate this episode from 1 to 10? Based off our YouTube live chat, you guys, producers, this is not good. The rating at 49%, you guys are rating this episode of Married at First Sight between 4 and 6. Oof. Hey, Moonlight. Tyra says we should view The Ultimatum together. I would watch it again just to hear what you have to say, Kempire. Is it something that I can view live on TikTok and they won't ban me? Because if they're like, doing all kinds of craziness on there, because I know it's Netflix, so I don't know if it's, And sidebar, I did try to watch Love is Blind Brazil. I didn't love the voiceover stuff. That didn't work for me. So that's why I never talked about it or recapped it. Hold on. Wait. I saw another of your comments in my opinion, and I missed it. Where did it go? Oh, wait. Donna D says, I would need a little bit more flavor in the Aussie cast in order to feel it worth watching. When you say flavor, can you be a little bit more clear? Tane says, the Aussie weddings are so scenic. Yes, the background music is so romance-inducing. I don't know what to think. Really? All right, y'all. Y'all are really convincing me. But you guys have been telling me for a very long time that Married at First Sight Australia is far better than the American version. So I'm going to get into it. Yeah, Gloria says, I hate voiceovers. Yeah, so that's the only reason why I couldn't get into Love is Blind Brazil. And especially because the voiceovers were so terrible. And you were like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Oh, okay. All right. It's mostly kissing. All right. Stay tuned. Let me watch at least one episode and I'll let you guys know if I'll do a live watch party on TikTok. Guys, if you didn't know, on TikTok, that's what we do every once in a while. What's going on TikTok? I see you guys. I've watched all seasons of Married at First Sight. This season by far is the worst. They need to go back to the old format. Wow. But a lot of you have been saying that. I have to say this week's episode was better. It was a little bit more, like I was inspired to come to you guys and talk about it. But overall, the season has not been great. It has not been great. Oh, okay. Elsa is brown and black flavor. Okay. Oh, wait, Mocha says they do Aussie wife swap back in the early 2000s. Uh-oh. Oh, Marvin, you can watch. I know Lifetime currently has Married at First Sight Australia. Currently has it. Oh, Donazy says a little more hued. Okay. All right. Let's get back into our Married at First Sight recap. So I do believe that Noi and Steve will say yes on decision day. However, I think he should say no. I don't think Noi is ready for this experiment. How do you want to go from saying you're all in for this experiment and you want to go back to your studio for some time? And maybe there are things about Steve that we don't see on the show, but based on what we've seen on the show, you are the annoying one. And I agree with him about your social media stuff. He's made so many different allowances with you, and you can't just simply, let's not talk about my relationship on social media. I can't with Noi. Let's move on. Let's move on. Who do I want to move on with? We only have one more couple anyway, because we got rid of the other one. Oh, God. Lindsey. Ooh, Mocha says, as a Black Australian, we aren't going on TV. That's shame for us. Oh, Lord Mocha. Oh, Lindsey. I need to go back and rewatch my own train of thought over the last few weeks of watching this couple. At first, I thought Mark and Lindsey were perfect for each other. They were exactly what each other needed in each other's lives. Mark on the after party says that, Lindsey just has this motherly, nurturing side to her. So she wants to help. But why does she always have to throw it in your face? Why does she always have to say, Mark, your life is in shambles and is falling apart? None of the other couples like her. I don't think any of the other couples like her at all. Nope. I think they're nice to her, but I don't think any of them like her. Her energy is a lot. Her laugh is a lot. Her laugh is a little sadistic. And she always hits below the belt. If you are in a relationship, if you've been married, you understand that when it comes to battling, that you should never hit below the belt. I'm not married. I'm not in a relationship. And I even understand that. She goes for the jugular, even during that game. It was a game and they weren't even arguing. And she's questioning his money. She's questioning his sex. And everyone's like, oh, shoot. I watched it a second time and I still, every time I heard it, I was like, Missiani says she's draining. Can you imagine what Mark feels like? Look, Mark is not perfect. And yes, Mark has gone through things in the mix of being on this show. But she always continues to bring it up. Oh, your life is a mess. And he's like, I don't view my life as a mess. And every time he says something to her, she flips and turns it around. First of all, she makes it seem like she's so perfect and that she's living this wonderful life. I hope Mark says no. Do you guys think Mark will say yes? You know what these producers will do? They'll make it seem, well, this week. Okay, let's talk about this week. Did we have another Julia moment? If you watch Real Housewives of Miami, the season 4, did we have another Julia moment? She was drinking a lot and he doesn't like it when she drinks a lot and she's obnoxious. She's one of those drunks that get really obnoxious when they're drunk. So she was saying things and doing things and getting to arguments with him. And then the next day, Oh, I must have ate something wrong. No, Effa, you were damn hungover. You probably had alcohol poisoning. And he was there for her during that time. And I was like, this is the toxicity wheel. I can see him saying yes. You guys think he's going to say yes? Mark, oh my God, don't say yes. And L. Singleton says that Lindsey is dramatic. I've seen quite a few people said that. No, IA says free Mark. Mark does deserve better. Look, Mark is not perfect. And I think Mark should learn from this experiment that he also needs to set boundaries in his own life. He's another person that's not setting boundaries. Guys, we're almost at 150 likes. We appreciate you being a part of our weekly recap of Married at First Sight. I'm going to drop the call-in link so you guys can call in and share your thoughts on the latest episode of Married at First Sight. This was the retreat week. I want to know your thoughts on Katina and Olajuwon, Mark and Lindsey, Jasmina and Michael, and Noy and Steve. Not surviving Lindsey. You guys are a mess. Mocha says Mark is there for the Married at First Sight money. Then he will say no. I really hope he says no. Look, Mark, you know, didn't he lose his job? I know he got kicked out of his apartment. He's going through things. Look, I sound like Lindsey now. Oh man. Omar says, see, I'm married and I always hit below the belt. And ends the conversation though. What? Shadi says Steve and Olajuwon were so shady though. Yeah, I was actually surprised at Steve. See, that made me love Steve more because it showed me a different side, a darker side to Steve. Because I was like, okay, so he's not just sweet. He's actually like, he can be funny. It made me like him a lot more. That game made me like Steve a lot more. Olajuwon has some good qualities to him too, because apparently he had a conversation with Lindsey and said, you know, when you said that about Mark, you really hurt his feelings, and on some level, she looked like she was almost getting it, but she was like, oh, how do I support you without betraying myself? And Mark is not that deep. Sorry, Mark. Mark is not that deep. He's like, what? I understood what she was trying to say, but she has to change her perception. It's not betraying yourself. Compromising in a relationship is not betraying yourself. And if you feel like you're betraying yourself on that level, then this is not the man for you. Yeah, exactly. It says Mark speaks up only in the eyes. Never with bass in his voice. He better match that Lindsey energy or bounce. Yeah, I can't imagine. I understand why Lindsey was on the show. This is probably the only way she could get married. Remember, she was engaged and the man ran. Now we know why. There's like no self-awareness. There's really no self-awareness with Lindsey. Lindsey, though, we appreciate you, though, for the show, because if we didn't have Lindsey, what would we be talking about? Yeah. Dina says Lindsey wants to be revered and adored for what she does for you, regardless if you asked her for anything. And that are those types of people. I will never want them to help me because it feels as if they're doing it with ill intentions. Gloria says snooze fest without her. I agree. All right. I forgot to drop the call in link. Hold on. Let me drop the call link. Guys, if you're just joining us, don't forget to like this video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel because you're getting daily and consistent hot topics here on the channel. We're also live on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook, so be sure to like us there if you haven't already. And follow us on Twitter at TheKempire, and we're live on Twitch at TheKempire. And of course, we're live on TheKempire on TikTok. Let me see what my TikTok fam is saying. Yes, Quicksand says she needs constant praise because of her insecurities. But she swears that she's perfect. She swears that she's perfect. Guys, if you haven't already, get your coldest water bottle. Get your coldest water bottle. Comes in multiple colors, multiple sizes. They don't just have water bottles, so they have things for your coffee. They have pillows. They have things for your pets. Head on over to coldest.com and use the discount code KEMP10. That's KEMP10 for 10% off your order. All right. Moon says, I'm surprised how much I like Steve, although he's jobless. Come on, he does freelance work. So technically he's not jobless, right? Right? Okay. All right. Hold on, y'all. I was trying to pin this thing and here it is. Let me just pin this. There we go. All right. Let's take a couple of callers and then I'm getting out of here because you know what time it is. Dinner time. And then I want to get into the ultimatum. I want to see what it's talking about. All right. In my opinion's here with all of her opinions. Let's go to In My Opinion.
Kempire.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So let's go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Annoying showed her behind this episode. Okay. She been doing all this talking about how she wanted Steve to get a job. Yeah, she wanted him to get a job so she can quit her job. Okay. Like, yeah, it made no sense because she sat there the last episode and said, oh, but I want you to change all the diapers because I'm going to carry the child. Girl, so you want him to take care of you so you can quit your job. And then he going to change all the diapers and he going to cook and he going to clean. Girl, please.
I thought she was being serious. You think she was serious?
Yeah, she was serious. You know that girl was serious. She want him to listen to everything she say. And then he said, well, I don't want my stuff on social media. She said, well, that's just your opinion. That's the therapist's opinion. I ain't got to listen to it. I'm like, who said something like that? Yeah, she don't want to be married. Okay, and Lindsey don't neither.
Really? You don't think Lindsey wants to be married?
No, Lindsey don't want to be married. Okay, I think Lindsey came on here to be seen. Okay, because she's been showing her behind the whole season. Like, it's very annoying. You know, he made that joke on the porch, and she just all of a sudden, oh, I'm hurt, I'm crying. See, this is what you do to me. And I'm like, girl, if a joke gonna kill you, then you don't want to be married. You don't even want to live in this world because people gonna say something nasty to you every time. Like, you can't be that soft-skinned. Yeah. Like, please, he didn't even say nothing mean or nothing.
Can you imagine if he heard half the things she said about him? Half the things she said about him? Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. And then when she beats him down, she doesn't see that she does way worse. Like, the stuff she says, it cuts to the core. And you could tell in his face every time she said it. He just looks like he doesn't even know what to say. Like, I want Mark to man up, okay? And cuss her out one good time. And make her stop. Okay? I need him to drink some nigger juice and cuss her out one good time. Just one good time.
Okay, watch your language, in my opinion.
I'm sorry. I just want him to, you know, put her in her place one good time. I've been waiting on it the whole season. Like, just do it. Okay. Then let's move on to Katina.
Oh, you have more. Okay.
Lord, Katina. Okay. Let me tell you something. It's a difference in wanting to be married and wanting to get married. Okay. I think she wanted to get married. I don't think she wanted to be married. You got to know that in a relationship, a marriage is about compromise. It's also about, you know, knowing the difference. And neither one of them two know the difference in compromising and understanding the other person's feelings or wants or whatever. They always talking about what they want and then say, oh, I don't want to offend you by it. But you are. Because Olajuwon has a strong tone to him. And Katina, she just doesn't speak up enough. Yeah. So her voice is being overshadowed because she doesn't speak up for herself. And then he's so boisterous that he's being overshadowed because he's too boisterous. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to compromise and lower that stuff down. And for Olajuwon to be raised by all these women, you would think he would have a softer side to him. And Jasmina, baby, I know why she dated all men from long distance relationships, because no man would ever want to sit there day in and day out and deal with her. She wants a pet. She doesn't want a man. She wants a pet.
Wow.
Somebody she can tag along when she need to. That pet gonna do whatever she want him to do, say whatever, that's what she wants. She wants a pet. She wants somebody, she wants to be the man in the relationship.
Okay.
Like I saw it today. I saw it last night when I was watching. She doesn't want a man. She wants one of those, men that let the woman lead.
Damn. All right. In my
And
opinion,
that's probably because her mom. You remember her mom was like that. She was real strong.
oh, all right. In my opinion, I want to get to some other callers, but we appreciate you calling in.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Oh, again, a reminder: the opinions of those that call in do not represent the opinions of myself, the Kempire LLC, or our sponsors. Okay. Look, in my opinion, got us kicked off of TikTok. We're back. TikTok. I apologize. I was in my opinion's fault. I was like, oh, shoot. Again, callers, no profanity or derogatory language or words, please. Thank you. All right. Amy, I'm going to bring you up. Oh, Amy's here. Amy.
Hey, Kempire.
How are you?
You make my day. Okay, so I gave this episode an 8. I'm going to give the MVP to Lindsey. I'm sorry. Can I say something? This is such an unpopular opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Her drunkenness is a good kiki. Lord, she was reading everybody in that room. I was in this house dying. I was like, did she just say a lot? Did she just go in on all of them? Even though she's mean, if I was in her presence, I would be kikiing the whole time, just laughing to myself how she's unaware of how bad she looked. But I just had a good time laughing at that. As her in a relationship, Mark, run. It's not gonna. I don't know what it is. She's just not well. She's just not well. Period. I have to say.
So wait, you found Lindsey fun. However, it's not a good relationship for Mark.
Yes, that's his unpopular opinion. She's a good kiki, but would you talk to her seriously? No, she cuts like a knife. I mean, like every time.
Worse than a knife.
Yes, it's like she daggers. I'm like, girl, but it's a good kiki watching it. So I was laughing at it. Steve, this episode, I don't know if it's just he is just so sexy. But he was playing, he's so athletic.
Here you go. Hey, Amy, are you trying to shoot your shot? Are you hoping that Michael's listening?
I'm just saying. No, Noy, she's missing the mark. He is so athletic. He can cook. He is like, he understands the assignment. I'm just not knowing. Like, I think he shared the money with her. So when she was talking about like not moving in with him, I was like, this is an easy brainer. They can live with him while he rents his place, live with her while he rents his place out. But I just don't think she wants to be with him.
Her place is very small though for 2 people to share. She lives in a studio.
Steve don't be in the house anyway. He like I live out in the street. I'm just saying. He's a life of the party. I like Steve. Jasmina, I just wish she would give Michael a chance. He is so cool, girl. He's so nice to her. I don't understand it, but either or, it was a good episode. Wasn't my best, but I liked it.
Okay. All right, Amy. We appreciate you calling in.
Okay, have a nice one.
You too. Amy's the best. I'm so shady. As soon as Amy hangs up, I'm like, she's the best. Jay Brooks says, I was shocked when I found out that Noy, Alyssa, and Lindsey are Libras. Interesting. And mind you, all 3 of them are annoying. And I get along with Libras. That's why you have to see everyone's chart fully. Okay, you can't just go by their sun sign. Damn, really? All right, Anise, you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong. Anise, is that your name?
Hi. Yes, Anise.
Anise, what's going on? Uh-oh.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Anise, are you there? Now I can.
Anise, yes. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so sorry. The service is so bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Anise, do me a favor. Drop out, Anise, and call back in because there's a delay and it's going to hinder our conversation. So drop out and call back in. All right? Someone says she's just not well. She's just not well. Vanessa says, don't put them on us Libras. I love Libras. I'm very shocked that those 3 women are Libras. Are we sure about that? Are we sure? I need evidence. Damn. Well, this week's episode, they were doing sound baths. Let me tell you something. I was watching this episode last night and I laid back when they were doing the sound bath. I said, oh, I want this. But then they were talking. I was just, shut up. Like, I want to do the sound bath. That was very relaxing. That's something that she likes to do. That's not what Mark is doing. When Mark said that he did yoga, I was like, yeah, right, Mark. I think Mark is really trying with Lindsey. I think Mark is really, really trying. I just don't see this relationship working out, though. Omar says, sorry, I had a call. I was saying now, granted, we hardly argue at all. I keep him laughing even when an argument about started, I make him laugh. Omar, we love you, but no. Denise says, I am a Libra. They are not good representation of Libras. And Olajuwon's not a good representation of Tauruses. All right. Anise is back. I'm going to bring you back. Anise, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Let me just say that Lindsey and Mark, I can't with Lindsey. I feel like she's super toxic. And I liked her up until the point when she went into the bathroom with the producers instead of talking about his sex, instead of talking about his income. That, for me, I was over her.
Yeah.
You can be mad all day, but you're not going to do that to that man. Because if you want to have longevity, that's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's not the way to do it. This season, I'm over a lot of these people. Like Katina and Olajuwon. I feel bad for Katina. A lot of people saying that she needs to speak up, but he's a bully. How dare you look her in her face and say she's not good enough because she didn't clean half the floor? I like, at this point, you're on this show like I'm on this show, so you couldn't get nobody like I couldn't get nobody. So who are you talking to? Like, how dare you? How dare you?
That's a good point.
She was crying. I was so disgusted. I said to myself, like, there's always a way to say things, and I hope that looking back, he can be ashamed of himself, because the way he spoke to her and the way he was treating her, I hope his mama called him like, how dare you do that, and embarrass me, because he was an embarrassment. He talked to her like a dog, and she's just sitting there taking it, and I was so upset. I wanted her to be stronger, because she could have put him in his place a lot faster. I agree with the last woman. I feel like Jasmina is just not giving him a chance. I don't know if he wasn't what she was expecting, but I will say that I was turned off by him when he lied about the roommate thing. Like that, for me, it's too soon to be lying over nothing. She has a male roommate. So what was the point of that? You're on TV. I'm going to visit your house. There was just no reason. But when you decide to do a do-over and you do the do-over, I just felt like she couldn't get past it. I'm sorry. I just feel like from the jump, she just couldn't get past it. And she's very argumentative. Like, there's times where he's trying to come up with solutions, like the whole notebook thing, and she's like, I don't want to do the notebook, and he's like, okay, well, I'm just trying something new. Like, you don't have to be a jerk about it. And she was just being so nasty.
Yeah.
And just Noi and Steve, I think they're very boring, and I DVR it, so I just literally fast forward them every time. I think they're extremely boring. That's it.
Thank you so much for calling in, Inez.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye. And I love it when you guys call in and you give us a difference of opinion. Honestly, I really, really do, because especially a show like this, you're going to feel as if one couple 1 week makes you feel one way. As Inez just said, she liked Lindsey in the beginning. I liked Lindsey in the beginning too. But honestly, over the weeks, and that's why I always kind of like, let's see what this week brings. And that's why I'm kind of like, I'm still not convinced by Jasmina. I'm not convinced that she's in love with this man. Or is she? Oh wait, we already know she's not in love with this man. But I'm not convinced that she's going to say yes on decision day, no matter what that medium said to her. No matter what that medium said to her. I saved this particular thing. Kempire, us Taurians do not jive well with Libras on a long-term basis. Well, I'm not talking about dating-wise. I'm not talking about dating-wise, but are you talking about friendship-wise? I'm friends with I've been friends with some Libras for a very long time. Let me see what you guys are saying. Shayna says, why does only Mike have to be vulnerable? We haven't seen Jasmina express any vulnerability. And I saw during the after party, Keisha said she saw some vulnerability from Jasmina this week, a little bit, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. And she's still not being intimate. And when I say intimate, she's not being, not the they don't have to have sex, but intimacy is touch. Intimacy is so many other things. And we're not even seeing them get into that space. I feel like very much so. Even when they were getting in the matching outfits, I'm like, that's what you would do with your bestie. I even bestie, that's giving them a lot, but I definitely get a friendship vibe from them. So Southern Girl says, not feeling Lindsey at all. After these last few weeks, Lindsey has really, she's shown her, you know what. Conchita says, Jasmina is very guarded. She barely held his hand back, right? Oh. No. Cheryl says Jasmina is a stone. A warrior says they were holding hands during the games. Yeah, but I'm still not convinced. Just saying. Oh, okay. It went from light rain to thunder and lightning, y'all. All right. Gloria says moon signs. We need moon signs. See, I told y'all. Y'all hear that? Anyone else in New York? What the hell? Anyways, guys, let me give you my final thoughts on this. Let me see what you guys say. El Sigurdsson says sometimes friends become lovers. And I kind of hope that for them, but based on what we're seeing, I just don't see it. I don't see it, but you never know. I wonder if they will say yes on decision day. Next week is the season finale. Thank you, God. I'm over this season. I'm ready to move on. And you guys have given me plenty of suggestions to get into. This week, I was happy for the retreat because those last couple of weeks have been very boring. Very boring. I'm surprised we've gotten this far. And these shows are, especially Married at First Sight, are too long for them to be boring. Lifetime, do better, please. 2 hours of boring? And in the intro, there's always this backtrack. I'm like, this like 10 minutes of backtracking from last week. We remember. It was just last week. Oh my goodness. High Vibe says, I'm a Libra sun and Taurus moon. Maybe that's why I need my meals on time. Probably. Look, probably. Oh, Shani says, it's raining hard now. Love it. So cozy. Donna D says, Jasmina gave Michael an opening to be more romantic when she was leaning all over him while he was cooking. He could have turned around and embraced her. He probably was afraid of rejection, though. I don't know, y'all. I'm excited for the reunion. That probably will be the more entertaining part of the season because hopefully they bring Alyssa back. They're going to bring Alyssa back, right? Right? They better. We need her to answer some questions. Oh, wait. Shanice says there are actually 2 more episodes, Kempire. Really? I thought someone said the season finale. Southern Girl says, yes, 2 long hours. Oh. My May says, I don't like Kevin Frazier. I know, he's not a great host. I wouldn't mind seeing Keisha Knight Pulliam. I wouldn't mind seeing him. I know she wants to work. Kevin Frazier has Entertainment Tonight. He's good. Anyways, you know I'm always trying to get somebody fired. I'm joking. Thank you so much, Sasuke. Sasuke says, can't wait. Oh, I can't watch this season anymore, but love Kemp's Live. Thank you so much. Regina says, I'm watching Below Deck and I'm loving it. Below Deck Sailing Yacht or Below Deck Down Under? I've been meaning to watch that too. Sasuke says Kevin Frazier is not as bad as Sean Robinson. She's horrible. I just feel like 90 Day Fiance is very controlled. We got to see a little bit more of Sean Robinson be a little bit more shady during this recent tell-all, but she's a professional entertainment journalist. So I don't really expect her or Kevin Frazier to be messy like me. These producers just want someone to kind of navigate and moderate those conversations. They're not looking for that person to have a personality. I mean, I love Sean, but you guys get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. All right. Oh, I forgot. Is it season 11? That's the best one. What would you guys say? Season 10? What's the best season for, what are the best seasons for someone that's just getting to Married at First Sight? My friend told me a while ago, and I ended up watching them already, but I can't remember the actual seasons. Hetty says, oh my God, finally. Sean is so bland. I need mess. A mess. Thank you, Cheryl. But I don't know if they're ready for me. But you never know. They might be ready for the mess. Can you imagine me hosting 90 Day Fiancé tell-alls? I'd be like, if that girl Memphis came to me and was like, I'm just not feeling well. Okay, sit far over there, but you're going to be a part of this. We need to have the conversation. Where are you going? Yes, Married at First Sight, New Orleans. What season was that, y'all? See, yeah, Saintly says 9 and 10 were pretty good. Yeah, they were. New Orleans was a good one. Because if you felt the love, isn't that this? Yeah, that's the season with Imani and oh my gosh, I can't remember the names. We've been talking about them this last season. They're having their first baby together. Okay, season 11, my lucky number. I would start with season 9. But the first season was pretty good, though. The first season was, I mean, it's not what it is today, but the first season was pretty good. Yes. Woody, yes. Woody. I couldn't think of his name. I'm sorry, Woody. I love Woody. Like, as soon as they got together, it was like, wow. You felt the connection. You felt the connection, and now they're expecting their first kid together. Congratulations to Imani and Woody. And I heard, oh my goodness, the one from New Orleans too, that they ended up saying yes, but then they end up splitting up, the doctor and the quirky couple. We talked about them too. And I was just like, oh, I love them. But they broke up. That's sad. Thank you guys. You guys always want me to do something. I appreciate you. Tina says you would be really good at the tell-all. You would throw away the cue cards and just go rogue. I would host one tell-all if I did that. I would host one tell-all. Oh, man. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you all being here for our Married at First Sight recap. We are live on multiple platforms, guys. If you're not following us on those platforms, you're getting different content. Believe it or not, you're getting different content on those platforms. Follow me on IG. Follow me on Twitter, especially Twitter, because we do a lot of like random thoughts, Kempisms, live watch parties on TikTok. Follow me on those platforms. More information is available at TheKempire.com, along with my P.O. box. Not to say you have to send me anything. Even if you want to send me a little letter, no promises I'm going to write back. Maybe I'll you know what I will do, because I probably won't have the time to write back, y'all. That's the only reason. Maybe I will do like a special live where I open up your letters if you want me to. Don't forget, we have a new episode of my podcast, Kempire Radio. The live video version is now available on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed to that channel, be sure to check that out. And you get to see last week's episode, a visual version of that on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. Shanice says, we need you for the Married at First Sight reunion with Alyssa. I'm such a good person. I don't know if I could do that during the reunion. That wouldn't be good. What I am loving, though, is that the Married at First Sight after party, they're bringing people, podcasts and things like that, host onto the show. I mean, they haven't reached out yet. I don't know if I wouldn't even do that because I'm too shady. They're not ready for my shadiness. And who knows, the cast might want to fight. Ever since Will Smith, I'm like this. I'm like, who knows? Thank you all for that have been checking out the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. Don't forget, over there, you can check out some of my past interviews with people like Brandy, Danny DeCane, Dawn from Danny DeCane, and of course, TV icon Oprah. All right. Sasuke's not writing a letter. You can meet me at Starbucks. You know what, Sasuke? All right, guys, let's get out of here. Don't forget more information on our Texan community, on the P.O. Box, on my social media. Everything's available at TheKempire.com. That is with the word TheKempire.com. All right, guys, let's get out of here. I'm going to get something to eat, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. All right, bye. Let's play some music.